Friends along with you on the Travel Michigan radio program this week, and we get to talk to a gentleman who I know puts in a lot of time along with his other volunteer group to put together a very big event, very fun event in the Detroit area. It is the Detroit St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up in just a week. Let's introduce you to Mike Kelly, chairman of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Mike, now did they just give you that name just so you could be the St. Patrick's Day Parade?
No, but that name goes great. It's a great Irish name, and it's Kelly.
Well, it would only be better if it was O'Kelly, and then it would be perfect. But it's pretty good as it is. So, hey, Mike, thank you for joining us today, and really for all the hard work that goes into and these types of events. I know I've been involved with festivals for many, many years and parades and such, and these things don't just happen because somebody pays for them. There are a lot of volunteer hours that go into these types of things.
Well, you're right, Dave, and it's the United Irish Societies. I'm also the president of the United Irish Societies, and that's made up of 34 member organizations around the metropolitan area of Irish organizations, and each of those organizations has delegates, and our sole function is to put on the Detroit St. Patrick's Parade.
Well, and, Detroit is a very diverse community. It's made up of people from literally all over the world, maybe more so than a lot of cities, and the kind of the Celtic traditions are here because a lot of people came from Ireland and Scotland and such.
Well, the nice thing is, this is our 55th parade. The parade started in Detroit, and we would march down Woodward Avenue, down to Grand Circus Park, and, it was great in the old traditions. And then we moved it up to Michigan Avenue and into Corktown. And a lot of the immigrants from Ireland came over, and they settled down in the southwest portion of Detroit around Holy Trinity and Holy Redeemer. And now we're very fortunate to be marching through Corktown, which is great for the city, and it's great for the Corktown community also, Dave.
Well, and that whole Corktown area is really an interesting area, and believe me, we'll get into the details of the parade, but for folks who maybe aren't familiar with that part of Michigan Avenue, why don't you describe that area?
Well, Corktown, basically, at least along Michigan Avenue, we feel that it runs from 6th Street or Cass all the way down to past 14th Street at Roosevelt Park, and that's I-75 service drive all the way back down to Jefferson is Corktown.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of new development, new businesses going in there. The Corktown Business Association has done a tremendous job advocating support, starting businesses, and it's been great for the entire community. And, of course, these people are all part of the Irish community and the United Irish Society.
Well, and for people who are outstate, don't really know the area, it's pretty close to where the old Tiger Stadium was, right?
Correct. It runs right past the old Tiger Stadium there at Trumbull, and there's several businesses down there that support the parade.
And I have to tell you that some of my favorite restaurant bars are in your area. Very, very popular area for folks who are maybe going to go to a Tigers game or a Red Wings game. They're quite often still going to Corktown first or afterward, sometimes taking buses over to the games and then coming back for all the fun. So it's just a great area of the Detroit area to experience, and maybe no more so than during the St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up on, it's Sunday the 10th, right?
Correct. The parade is always the Sunday before St. Patrick's Day. That was written into the bylaws for all the Irish bar owners so that they would have 2 days of revenue versus 1 day of the parade.
Now that's smart.
And it's always the Sunday before. This year it's the 10th. It's an early time of the year, but we've been blessed with great weather, and we've always had great crowds down there, and it's a fine Irish family traditional day when people bring their families down and we celebrate their Irish heritage. We also recognize, Irish groups, and we profile Irish people that have done quite a bit of work for the Irish community, too.
Well, and you bring quite a lot of people down to the parade. It seems like last year, friends of mine told me that it was almost like a summer day, if I remember right. Was last year the warm parade day?
Definitely was a warm day last year. We had great weather. We had well over 65,000 people in attendance, and it was a very good crowd under control, and it was a spectacular day. So
this year starts at 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock start to the parade, I believe it is?
Correct. We start promptly at 2 o'clock. I start the parade. We start off at Michigan and 6th. Mm-hmm. We stage back off of the Irish Plaza on 6th Avenue, and we're back there, and we march out onto Michigan Avenue and head down past to Roosevelt Park.
Now, music, of course, is always a very important part of any parade. Maybe during the St. Patrick's Day parade, people will be looking for a certain type of music. Why don't you tell us about some of those groups that people might be looking for?
First of all, during the parade, we honor our Grand Marshal, and the Grand Marshal of the parade is someone who's dedicated their time and resources, both financially and professionally, to the Irish societies and to the community over the years. And this year, we're very fortunate to have as our 2013 Grand Marshal, Miss Nora Cassidy. And she's a great lady, and she's done tremendous amount of work for the Irish community. Her past husband, Seamus, was an integral part of starting the parade back in the early days. So it's a great Irish family, and they're tremendous people. So along with the Grand Marshal, of course, we have the Maid of Erin, and we'll have the Court of St. Bridget girls who represent the Irish communities in the Ancient Order of Hibernians throughout the year. And then, of course, we'll have high school bands. We've got some great high school bands, the Roosevelt Marching Chiefs. We'll have Chandler Park Academy Marching Band, St. Francis Cabrini, to name a few of the bands. And, of course, the big crowd favorites are the pipe band.
Oh, there's something about a pipe band. Well, if nothing else, they're very loud, and they're just great to listen to. Really get you going.
Well, the Birmingham Celtic pipes lead our parade, of course, with the Detroit Mounted Police Division, and we're international too, Dave. We have the Windsor Police Pipe Band have always been a player in our parade, and they've done a great job entertaining the people, and they do enjoy coming over and marching in our parade. We have the Detroit Police and Fire Pipe and Drum Band led by Gary Marchetti, and we've got a great bunch of those bands. And, of course, the Detroit Clown Team will be in attendance as always. So we're looking for a great family day. It's been great. Our theme this year for our parade is Detroit Irish, proud of homeland, heritage, and our heroes.
Fantastic. About how long can people expect to be there actually for the parade part? And because I would presume it's not like a summer parade where people will be out there for 2-3 hours.
Well, depending on the weather,
yeah,
we would be say that people come out in the morning early. I'm on the avenue at 6 a.m.
Wow.
And the parade, people start lining up down there, and the parade starts exactly at 2. And the divisions, there's 6 divisions in the parade, and each of the divisions has anywhere from 12 to 18 groups in the divisions, and there's a substantial amount of participants in the parade. But the parade starts at 2, and it goes for 2 hours.
Wow, it is a 2-hour parade.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're very fortunate this year. We've had an MC for the last 40 years. Mary Galvin used to work with Ken Ford, and they were the master of ceremonies of the parade. Well, Mary Galvin is retiring this year after 40 years, and we're very fortunate to have Cindy Canty as our new parade MC.
All right. Well, sounds like it's going to be a great time, as always. Highly recommend people consider heading down to Michigan Avenue, right around 6th Street, 2 o'clock start, where they step off for the Detroit St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up on the 10th. Fantastic. I want to thank you, Mike. Mike Kelly, chairman of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, inviting you to head on down and have a good time. If you'd like more information, want to maybe check out some of the pictures from past parades, some other information, just go to the website DetroitSt.Patricksparade.com. Let me tell you how this goes. There's no hyphens, no periods. So it's Detroit St. Patrick's Parade.com. And, of course, we'll have a link to it from Michigan.org. One of the great events happening in the state for St. Patrick's weekend. Of course, there are a lot of things happening around the state that you'll want to be prepared to enjoy. Let's fill you in on some of them. Cheeseburgers in Margaritaville event is coming to Saginaw. You can dig out those flip-flops, come dressed in kind of the tropical attire as the Saginaw Art Museum takes you to their 10th annual Cheeseburgers in Margaritaville. It's from 6 until 9 o'clock on the 7th, on Thursday the 7th, so coming up very soon. Might want to check that out in Saginaw. Over in the Flint area, in Flushing, actually, they have the Flushing Walleye Festival this Friday through Sunday. It's on the Flint River. and a big fishing contest. You'll want to consider doing that. There'll be a lot of other events as part of that as well. In Howell, it's the Brighton Antique Show. This is actually at the old Heartland High School Gymnasium in Howell. This is going to be this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. You're going to start seeing more of these antique shows start to pop up as the warm weather season kicks into full gear. Over in Jackson, it's the Southern Michigan Winter Beer Festival. That's coming up this coming Saturday at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. And then the last one we have time to tell you about is the Spring Bridal Show of West Michigan. It's at DeVos Place, fabulous DeVos Place, this coming Saturday and Sunday in Grand Rapids. So for more information on events, all you have to do is go to michigan.org, fill in that events link, and you'll get more information on anything you're looking for. We're going to find out what's happening in the little but fun town of Tecumseh next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.